And whose side are you on here?
I'm on the Bucks side.
The Bucks?
Didn't let me finish.
The Bucks stopped.
You're not going to give Drake any? Nothing?
No.
Okay, it's on the Bucks side.
Look, it's great, Skip. I understand. Toronto. They got someone that's so popular that's well renowned. Everybody knows who he is, and he's at their games, and I get all that, but he out of pocket for this. It's too much now. It ain't about him. They don't come to the game to see Drake and his antics.
I don't know about that.
I know. Can you imagine in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s if Jack Nicholson was massaging Pat Riley? If he was on the court doing all this foolishness? What about, hold on, I'll give you one even better. What about Spike Lee? What if Spike Lee was all on the court? Spike sits in his chair, class, yeah, he gets into it. I got no problem getting into it. But these antics, Skip, you know they're too much. You know they're... Look here, don't worry about it. See, one of them players need to go ahead and hey, look here, man, throw the ball over my head in Drake's direction. I'm going to run full speed. I got a little something for it. I'm going to stop all that clowning. Oh, you want to be seen? Oh, yeah, you're going to be seen because I'm finna run slap over you. Skip, you know this out of pocket now. You know he wrong for this. These antics, he up there, all the clapping, all on the sideline, like P did all up in everybody's video. The game is the game. And they don't need no sideline antics. Now, if you want to perform, at halftime will be your opportunity. You can be like the red panel, the lady that's on the tricycle, and she flipping the sauce bowls on top of her head.
Yep.
You want to do that, have at it. If you want to do like the dogs, the monkeys ride the dogs back, you want to perform at halftime, do that. But during the game, these antics are too much, Skip.
You sound like a Bucks fan.
I ain't nobody's fan, but I know these antics are too much.
Not a Drake fan over here.
I must admit I am a Drake fan, but beyond that, I have absolutely zero problem with any of his antics.
Whatever.
Now, do I believe that Adam Silver will somehow get him a message ahead of Game 6 that please try to contain your antics to within 2 or 3 feet of your seat? Maybe.
No, he ain't going to say contain your antics. Sit you down.
Have you watched Spike Lee during games?
Yeah.
The difference is his seat is across the court from the benches, so
right.
he's on the far side.
Yeah.
So he's not within constant camera view of the 2 benches because you're seeing Drake far more than you probably should.
Yeah.
Because he's right in between the 2 benches and the 2 coaches are walking up and down. So you cannot help but notice Drake because the camera...
Why he can't sit down?
Okay, because... A, he's a showman to start with.
Okay, well, say that.
B, I find him highly entertaining, especially during this series, and I have no problem with him clowning or trolling or whatever you want to call it, especially Giannis, when he airballs a free throw. The joke is on Giannis. Well, I know he's done 2, but I'm just saying the other night, Drake just lost it, man, and I think he was genuinely LOL. He was laughing out loud, and then he was giving it the windmill like,
exactly.
Do it again.
First of all, Skip, what about the people that's behind him? I didn't pay good money. Now, I might not have paid the money you paid for your seat, but I paid good money for...
They paid for those seats in part so they could be near Drake.
No, they didn't.
Trust me.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Stop saying all that.
And by the way, Jack Nicholson was, in his heyday, was one of the all-time great fan trash talkers. He did it quietly. He did it directly. But remember, he was seated near the Laker bench.
Right.
So he's not near, I'm sorry, near the, I'm backwards, near the opposing bench.
Yes,
so he wasn't within direct range where he could go rub Pat Riley's shoulders.
Well, all I know is that he wasn't up on the court with his sunglasses on, all with Magic doing something good, up there clapping, up there winding it up.
Okay, but he is constantly giving it to the opposing coach and giving it to the opposing players as they have to walk right past Jack Nicholson to get to their sideline huddle.
I ain't got no problem.
He is giving them an earful.
I ain't got no problem with it. He's sitting down. He ain't making it about him. I ain't got to see all them stats. Every time I get a camera shot of the coach, I wonder what the coach... Here he is in the background, photo bombing everybody.
The massage was weird. The massage was weird.
Okay, did he massage Budenholzer? No, he massaged his coach. And
that ain't his coach.
It was funny.
Huh? He's not on the team.
Drake does not have a jersey on.
He is part of the hierarchy. He is an official member of the Raptors as their #1 ambassador. I'm not sure he gets paid by them because he doesn't really need to get paid by them. But they should actually pay him to do what he does because he puts them on the national map.
They ain't on no national map.
Yes, they are, because of him. Is he not the biggest thing in Toronto?
Yeah, he is. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If he's so big, convince Kawhi to stay.
Well,
Let's see him do that.
Well, it's hard to fight Nick Nurse.
Yeah,
Nick Nurse is
exactly.
running him out of town.
Yeah, you know that's weird.
I do not think it's weird.
When have you ever seen somebody do that? Name the time you done covered 10,000 basketball games. Name the time you saw a fan, because that's what he is. I don't care what you call him. That's an ambassador is a fancy term for fan.
He thinks of himself higher than that.
Well, whatever he thinks himself. Name the time that you've seen it.
How many fans can just stroll right into the locker room after the game? How many? He can.
Well, I can do that to the Broncos and the Ravens. But you ain't see me all out there on the field, John Harbaugh in
Are
his
you
ear.
a fan? No, you're not a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
You played. You're in the Hall of Fame.
I'm a fan, too.
You're not a fan.
I am a fan.
You're disqualified from your fandom because you're in the Hall of Fame representing the Denver Broncos.
So?
Right?
I represented both teams.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, that
Skip.
was not so gutsy of you.
What?
Pick a side. Pick a side. Come
Skip,
on.
okay.
Is it orange or purple? Which is it? You got to pick a side.
Most people know me for my career in Denver
I'd
because I played
say.
12 years there.
I'd say.
I played 2 in Baltimore.
Okay.
But I did win a chip in Baltimore.
Okay, you did, thanks to Ray Lewis.
That is it, there you go.
You rode some coattails. Maybe the greatest defense ever.
Well, that's what he riding.
Okay.
Skip, you know, Skip, you know
they're
he
riding his coattails.
No, they're
too.
not.
He gives them magnitude. He gives them aura. He gives them a mystique they would never have had.
So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. So when people, the Raptors are on tonight, are they turning in to watch Toronto or they turning in to watch them antics on the side?
As soon as I think of Toronto Raptors, I think of Drake. I just do. I'm sorry. He's it.
I think of the baby dinosaurs. That's what I think.
You think of letdowns. You think of meltdowns,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You remember
You think of DeMar DeRozan.
You remember that? No, stop it. You remember that last year he had all those antics and LeBron was just giving it to him.
Okay.
You remember that?
So he massages his own coach's shoulders for like 1 second.
No.
It was just like one
That was
When it's not his coach. He's not on the team.
Okay, did that distract the Bucks?
Yeah, it distracted me.
Did that give the home team some advantage? No. It didn't.
Why can't he
It was just entertaining.
Hold on.
And by the way, the game is going the other way. It is turning into a blowout.
I don't care. Why can't he sit his butt down? Just explain that.
You just sound like a Bucks fan. That's what.
I'm not a Bucks fan.
He's just irritating you.
He is irritated. Yeah. He's irritated the Bucks too because his antics are unnecessary.
Yeah. Okay.
Apparently, Nurse didn't even notice it.
He
did say that he didn't even know.
Man, shut up, Nick. No, you see, Skip.
He's so locked in that he didn't notice it. And he also didn't notice the limping of number 2, I guess, because he's giving him nothing.
I think Nick Nurse is full of caca.
Do you?
He up there talking about he didn't notice another man rubbing his shoulders in the game. I noticed everything.
It might have been like an air rub. Where you
you saw his jacket move. Skip, stop it. You know he right.
Don't go up and sneak out on Shannon.
So in other words, I can see you right now standing on the sideline and Pop comes along, you rubbing Pop's shoulder.
I'm not a big Pop fan, to tell you the truth.
I can't picture that would ever happen.
I mean, can you imagine? So Spike, like I said, Spike and Jack, they love their team.
Spike goes out of his mind during games, jumping around, hopping around, getting up on his seat. And
Spike be sitting there clapping. Spike be sitting there clapping.
He goes crazy, and he should go crazy.
No. He went crazy when Reggie Miller did what he did and Scottie Pippen. That was it. Other than that, Spike, he trolling and bothering feet, but he ain't all out his seats. He ain't guys walk by, he all up in their face, clapping.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the like that Drake posted? It's the essence of what you always say about sports and trash talking and rubbing it in or running up the score or whatever you want to say.
Yes.
The essence is you can stop it one way and only one way, and that is just beat them. And that's all I got to say to the Bucks is next time they go back to Toronto for Game 6, all you do is win the basketball game and you will shut him up, right?
No.
That's how you stop it.
He should sit down and be a fan. First of all, he's not a Raptor. He's not one of the 12, 13 members of the basketball team. So he should never, ever be on the court.
But he's officially part of the franchise, right? I'll give you can't, there's one line you cannot literally cross. You can't set foot inside the field of play, in this case, the court, at any moment, even during a timeout.
Okay,
do that.
Does he do that?
He probably crosses occasionally, a step or two.
Don't do it. Skip, you see the man was almost at half court.
Okay, but he wasn't on the court.
Well, where is half court? It is. He is on the court.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's just a few feet from his seat.
No, he ain't a few feet. Skip, the man in front of the scorer's table about to check in the game.
Okay, well, that was more entertaining than basketball.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
Me.
Skip, you need to stop this.
It was a wipeout.
first of all, it wasn't a wipeout at that point. His antics are unnecessary.
Do they work?
He's making it. Listen, Skip.
Do you think the Bucks are the Bucks aware of him in large part because of his magnitude as a rapper and entertainer?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
And I'm sure some of them listen to his music.
You better believe they do.
But all I'm saying is, does he need any more attention?
Does it give them more home court advantage to have
No.
Yes. Hugely more.
Well, he was there the last 2 years when they got swept. What happened?
Mystique. He's got mystique. He can't overcome guys who just crumble.
Okay, then. So under that premise, he has no impact. All that dancing and carrying on in front of the camera.
Yeah, but he.
I did not turn in. Look here.
He can't overcome the best player on the planet.
Well, hold on.
Right? That's what you tell me.
Well, how about this here? Why don't he go on the road? Jack and Spike went on the road. Why don't he go there? I don't see him on no road.
Sometimes.
No, he ain't nowhere.
Yeah.
He only carried on these shenanigans in Toronto.
Okay.
Spike Lee would go to Indy. Spike Lee would go to Miami. Jack went to the Garden.
Occasionally he did.
Okay.
Not all the time, but occasionally.
No.
Yeah.
So when he gonna go on the road? Take that
I
show
don't
on the
know.
road.
Maybe he'll be there
Take
tonight.
that circus on the road.
I don't know.
Fans
It's not
will be
really
very
that big a
upset.
circus.
It is. It's a small
So
one.
he's just clowning a guy for shooting an air ball?
I'm not saying it's Ringling Brothers, but it's a small circus.
Small circus?
Yeah, they got a tiger and a bear.
Well, what
Well,
happens
maybe they got
if
a
you
tiger
take that
dressed up
show
as a
on,
bear.
on the road to some arenas, you might get hurt. You know?
Why are you gonna get hurt?
Okay.
Because them antics are unnecessary. You parading around because you know they're gonna say, man, sit your butt down.
Yep.
It is entertaining.
And there's one other super fan that we haven't mentioned, entertainer, and that's my man Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
He goes to Philly, and remember what he did last year? He provoked Dwayne Wade into beating his team in his building.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He provoked him
But
through the whole fourth
he
quarter.
provoked him from his seat.
Yep.
Yes,
But he's just screaming at him.
Well, he
all
could have
kinds
been.
of.
I don't know. He's like 5 foot tall, so he could have been standing. But I think he was sitting. But that's neither here nor there. He was sitting down.
Gratuitous shot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
But he wasn't Skip. He's not in the middle. He's not at the scorer's table. He's not walking by guys walking by clapping in their face.
But he is screaming at Dwayne Wade all kinds of nonsense. You know it, and I know
And
it.
you know what happens when guys normally walk by? They're like, man, get out of here. You know, they normally just brush him off, and they'd be well within their rights. But that's unnecessary. You know it, too. You're just trying to get up under my skin this morning.
No, I'm not. It's just, it
got you
sounds
going.
like sour grapes.
It ain't no sour grapes.
Yeah. Sounds like a team that got its butt kicked that needed an excuse.
Well, you know what they do with sour grapes?
Yeah.
They make wine.
They
and
do.
we about to have Drake whining. I bet you that.
Are you?
I bet you that.
I'm just glad.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.